Hello.
Hello.
Hi.
Hi.
Hi, Whit Crane.
Yes. Nice to meet you. So, welcome back to the music world. It's been a while.
Thank you.
Since you were playing on MTV and MTV was playing music. That was quite a good time in my childhood.
Yeah, the early 90s, right? Yeah, the band's been gone for about 15 years. And we put it back together, and we tested the waters over the last 2 years. We released new music on today or yesterday, October 4th. That's good, man.
It's still, for you, it's still yesterday. For me, it's today. So, it's just...
Yeah, there you go. Right.
How does the scene look now? What's old, what's new when you came back? What surprised you?
How does the scene?
Yeah, the music world altogether.
Well, that's a really good question because, I've been out of it for so long. I mean, I did plenty of bands in between, but, I haven't done as much touring as I'd like to do. Over the last few years, I've been Joe toured all over the world, and the funny thing about that question is we played, particularly we played this show called Download on June 10th, 2012, and everybody I knew was there, so it was like this fraternity of musicians that I forgot about that frequency or the scene or whatever, but yeah, there's a whole bunch of life and music, going off all around the world, so, it's a really cool scene, and it's a lot of familiar faces. In the early 90s, we didn't really know anybody, and then we worked really hard, and we've been, here and there, and I've been playing music for quite a long time. So now, pertaining to how's the scene, there's a lot of familiar faces there, and it's a good time.
That's cool.
The scene is alive and well.
That's cool. What was the main factor that determined your comeback?
Shannon Larkin and Dave Portman. We're making a record, a Godsmack record. Shannon plays drums in Godsmack, and Dave Portman was producing the second record for Godsmack.
Cool.
And and both those guys, Shannon, of course, is our drummer, and Dave Portman is our guitar player. Funny enough, they were talking, I guess, and they just they thought, wow, we could do this in house.
Mm-hmm.
And, when I say in house, I mean we could do it by ourselves. We didn't need any record label or help or management or anything. We have the skills to do this ourselves. So they called Klaus, and Klaus called me, and I said, of course, let's do it for sure. And, we went and made music. We weren't sure what to expect, but it turned out incredible, amazing. We're very pleased with it. And then, we released it on the internet, and I didn't even know. I didn't think anybody even bought the CDs anymore, to tell you the truth, but I really didn't know. And we toured around the world, and everywhere we went, people would say, hey, we want hard copy CDs. And I said, oh, okay. So we figured out a way to do that. And, we don't know what we're doing. No one does. And so now we've released, Stairway to Hell. It's got the 6 songs from 2 years ago with 3 acoustic tracks. It also incorporates the download show I was just talking about.
Yes.
And it's pretty darn cool. It has the entire download show in the digipack, and then the thing that so basically the digipack's amazing, but the thing I'm super excited about is the vinyl, because I grew up listening to vinyl. So we have, I love the idea of vinyl. I love holding, a record in my hand. I love putting it on the record player. I love the whole thing. So we've made Ugly Kid Joe Stairway to Hell vinyl as well. If you open it up, it's gatefold vinyl. It's got great artwork, and it's fun. It's almost like it's like art class.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
So it's really fun for us to burst new music and to make these new, to make vinyl records. We're over the moon about it, and I would say that we're very grateful that it's working. Over the 2 years, I mean, imagine what we did last 2 years. We just played Polish Woodstock August 1st, 2013, 500,000 people. In 2012, we played in Israel, in Istanbul, in Serbia, in Romania. We played in Romania with the Cult. We love the Cult. We played in Serbia with Faith No More. How cool is that? We played in Israel with Guns N' Roses. So, we haven't been a band in so long, and it's pretty cool that it's working.
Yeah. Tell me something about these songs. Are they old ideas that never came out back in the days, or is it everything brand new?
It's a mixed bag. Like we have riffs from you always have riffs from a long time ago, whatever, songs that didn't make it or whatever. So there's some stuff that was in the plant that we took out of the vault and we reformatted it or put new melodies, vocal melodies, lyrics or whatever. Or, like the song "No One Survives," and that's a brand new, magical, dark, beautiful song that just came through us really in New Orleans. So. It's a mixed bag. I mean, there's the acoustic songs on the record, that's Cats in the Cradle, that's No One Survives, it's just a big song, and then there's Would You Like to Be There acoustic, which, it's one of my favorite vocal performances that I've manifested. So it's got a mixed bag.
And the overall process, everything from composing to recording to mastering, how does it feel today compared to 15 years ago?
Well, it's a great question. When I was a kid in 1992, the studio was, it was kind of a scary place for me because I didn't, it wasn't like singing live shows and drinking beers and having fun. It was this weird methodical journey, and I didn't like it back in '92. And now since '92, I've made a number of records and had many studio experiences. So for me personally, in the studio, I like to be in there, and I get it, and it's coming, and I enjoy that process now. That's just for me. Then of course we have, as I've said, Dave Portman is grown into this producer, this badass, world-renowned producer, and to have that guy, in your band and producing you, and just that flow. There's a flow with any relationship, a band. So imagine having that guy, and there's a familiarity and the endless myriad of experiences we've had together as a band, as friends, whatever, and then 15 years later, getting to, having the opportunity and wanting to be creative together. So there's something very special about it because, when we ended the band, it wasn't, we didn't hate each other or whatever, but that's sad. It means like, you end a marriage or you end a job or you end your band. There's a part of it that's super sad. And, there was really no closure. So now, at the very least, we went in there and we wanted to make these songs and, and everyone's gone on to do all these all kinds of things with their lives, and to go back and to be involved with music together, all of us, and all of us are still alive, and everybody wanted to be in the room, and it's really a very special process, to tell you the truth. So the difference is, that we got to do it, I guess. It's pretty cool.
It's cool. It's great that you feel that. You started to tell me a bit, what are the people saying about this album so far, those who got to listen to it? What's the feedback?
The most important thing is I like it.
Nah, that doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter to me. That's the most important thing is that I like it. So, but everyone digs it. Anybody from a new fan. If you're an old fan, if you thought that was a good show back in the day, you're gonna love this. You're gonna
That's cool.
Oh my God, because everyone's got their chops. And if you didn't like the band and you listened to it, you'd be like, oh my God, they got their chops. It's fucking awesome. So. If people are digging it, the most important thing is that we love it. That's good.
That's true.
That's why you make music, because you love it and you do it for yourself. And then when you're chasing something, when you chase something and you make an effort to try to please people, it never seems to work out. While if you just concentrate on something that you genuinely love, and in this conversation it's music, right? Yep. And you do what you do, and you do it because you love it. Typically, that's the art form that someone else is going to like as well.
Yeah, it's easy to feel when something is not genuine and it's put out there just for the money or something like that. So I agree with you. I totally agree. I've seen you guys playing at Grasstop, for example. So you seem to like being on the stage, even after those many years.
Yeah, I love this. Everything I do, including this interview, everything leads up to the stage. We love to perform. I mean, we're a live band. We've always been a live band, and there's nothing like connecting with people through music. There's some great moments. It's incredible. To be in a room, a full room of any kind, from 40 people to 40,000, whatever number, and if you have a full room and there's a great connection, that you can gain through music, and you've seen it, you love it too. I love that. I'm born to do that for sure.
I'm actually wondering, your first concert after the comeback, how did that feel? How high were the emotions and the shaking, or was it just it's another day in the in the job?
Oh, it was. I thought we were pretty sloppy. It was 2012.
Wow, you remember the date?
I remember all dates. I got
wow.
remember. So we played June 6, 2012, this place called the Underworld in London, and the crowd was incredible. Sold out like 2 or 3 months before we showed up, and I got to tell you, we were really sloppy, but the crowd was louder than the band.
Seriously?
We kept, even when we were fucking up, I look over and the band was not tight, but the energy was incredible. So when we talk to people, when we go back to London, we talk to people, and it's the greatest show we've ever seen. And the thing was, it's this great experience. The technical part of the band, we started June 6th in London, and we ended up with July 8th in Sofia, Bulgaria. By July 8th, we were badass. But June 6th, we still needed the training wheels on the bike. But to answer your question, the show was incredible in the sense that the crowd was so great, and there was such an energy and a shaking and a verb about the moment that it was great. But I don't think we were very good, personally.
Thanks for the honesty. And now you seem like you're going on tour with Skid Row, right?
Yep.
How did that come to happen?
Well, we should have seen booking agents, and put together tour with different bands. Just went out with Alice Cooper and Duff McKagan through the same booking agent. That was awesome. What a great show that was. And then he came up with his.
I can't hear you anymore.
You still there?
Yeah, I'm still here. So
Hello?
you need to repeat. Yeah.
Cool.
You need to repeat the.
Basically, our booking agent. We shared a booking agent with Skid Row, and our booking agent said, "Hey man, what about this idea?" And the second we heard it, we said, "Yes, of course, we'd love to do that." We all grew up listening to Skid Row. So the cool thing that we did with Duff McKagan's band recently, Loaded, was, and we're doing it this time too, is we shared the crew, we shared the backline, we shared the tour manager. And this is good on 2 levels. This is good economically because it's hard to make $1 out there, but it's also good in a brotherly way. So we're doing the same model with the Skid Row guys. We're sharing the crew, we're sharing our tour manager, and we'll share equal time on stage. And I've never really hung out with those guys, but I predict that it'll be great because they're pretty much from the same cloth that we are. They love Priest and AC/DC and Van Halen and all that stuff. It's gonna be good times.
And you're gonna play places that you haven't played in before, right? I guess.
Well, I think we'll probably. Are you talking on the tour or geographically?
Yeah, geographically, exactly.
I think I've been to most of all those places. It's the UK and Europe.
Okay.
It's 29 shows in 36 days. Starts on October 22nd. It ends on November 26th, and it's a grind. And I'll tell you this honestly, I love that. I
can
love
imagine.
The purpose. I love that. I love getting up. I love getting up on the bus and, where the fuck are we? And whether it's rainy or sunny, you go off the bus and you find yourself a good cup of coffee somewhere. And you look around. It's a really neat experience. Some people don't like it out there. Some people it's too much for them. And I love it. So I'm really looking forward to it. And I love touring.
Have you started practicing? Or
no,
what's that?
Of course not.
Okay, fair enough.
Not at all.
All right.
It's not little.
Well, I'm more or less done with the questions, and I can only wish you good luck with the tour. And,
okay, are you gonna come see the music or no?
Yeah, I hope so, because you're gonna play in Norway, and I hope to see you there.
Okay, come say hi. And, thank you for calling.
Yeah, no problem. Thanks for all the answers.
Daytime for you. Have a great day.
Yeah, likewise. Have a good night. All right.
Thanks.
Yes.
Later. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.